The New Order, Last Days of Europe, more commonly known as TNO, is a super ambitious mod for Hearts of Iron 4 that explores a very schizo alternate history world where the Axis has emerged victorious from World War II. The mod is set in 1962, and it envisions a globe dominated by a decaying Nazi Germany, an overextended Imperial Japan, and a humbled United States, all of whom are teetering on the brink of a new conflict. The Soviet Union has fractured into warring states, and it's pretty funny looking, and Europe languishes under oppressive regimes. The mod is extremely narrative driven, and it delves into the political, social, and economic ramifications of such a weird dystopian outcome. And now obviously I shouldn't have to say this, but I will, just because I know people like to be offended about stuff. TNO portrays some really extreme ideologies and their consequences as a form of speculative fiction. The mod's depiction of these themes is intended for mature audiences. It does not endorse or glorify any extremist beliefs, and of course, I do not endorse them either. Now, of course, anybody who has ever touched this mod knows that it is expansive, like arguably more expansive than the content that's in the vanilla game. So it is literally impossible for me to do it real justice. But a couple of things to look out for is apparently the state of Guangdong was recently updated, and apparently there's some cool flavor involving them. The USA, my beloved, has some branching paths from what I've read. Of course, the Ruskies are quite disorganized, and yeah, we've got like an HRE of sorts up here. And then of course, Kazakhstan, greatest country in the world, Soviet Socialist Republic. Iberia is ruled under a personal union, apparently, between Portugal and España. Italy is, not ruled by Mussolini anymore, and they've got quite a bit of subjects here in North Africa. Japan has quite a big co-prosperity sphere there, as does Germany, of course, because if you didn't know, Barry Domville over here rules the BPP party, the fascist party of the United Kingdom, as a puppet, kind of semi-puppet government of the Großgermanisches Reich. I'm not going to pronounce any of that right, so I'm not even going to try. Should be a lot of fun. I'm sure there's quite a bit of heavily scripted stuff, as most Hoi 4 things, especially these major overhaul mods, tend to do, but we're going to have some fun with it. If you're looking forward to it and you want to see more stuff like this, make sure you like the video and comment. I appreciate that a lot. Trying to do more Hearts of Iron on the channel, and, obviously viewership is quite low, so if you enjoy it and you want to send it to a friend, I would appreciate that as well. Either way, we're going to turn that speed on up to speed 5 and unpause. Oh, this is actually really cool. So apparently you can see the reported conflicts going on with this map. That actually makes it quite good for me. We've got this little battle over here between Buryatia and Irkutsk over here, with the Malayan emergency going on down here. Not really sure if that's going to have much of an impact, but we'll keep an eye on it. And Buryatia comes out on that one, and it looks like the Malayan emergency will end with these guys getting beat out by whoever this guy is. No, other way around. These guys are going to win it. Oh, here we go. So we've got this Pechora war, where I don't even know. Okay, another war going on with the warlords, but then we also have the second Italo-Turkish war kicking off. But apparently the Italo-Turkish is just the Governorate of Palestine? What does this have anything to do with the Italians? I don't know. But this one definitely does have to do with the Italians, with Yugoslavia seemingly getting annexed by them. So rip those guys. Kingdom of Croatia, heavily associated state of a foreign power. There you go. Dang, bro. Turkey is the aggressor in this war, and they are taking an absolute beating. Not really sure what's going on, how they're losing so many men, but yeah, that's not looking good for them. Losses are 10-1, and they very well could win, but looks like they're getting pushed back, a little bit of back and forth at least. We've got Yaba, whatever this dude's name is, looking like a brown-haired Ryan Gosling under the good old despotism, warlordism party ideology. Very cool. But I am just waiting to see what happens with Germany, man. There's got to be some interesting stuff. Their mission tree is, or their focus tree rather, is, not much. I heard they were getting a pretty big rework in the works. And for you lore enjoyers, by the way, there is a ton of stuff written down here. Like, look at these lore dumps here. After the Russian Revolution brought communism, you could read an entire biography about Herr Hitler, and that goes for basically everybody. Like, every person in this mod has a wall of text written about them. Like, this guy, apparently Mussolini's son-in-law. All right, I have an alt history mod for EU4, and people go pretty wild with the lore in that one. I cannot imagine something like Hearts of Iron, where it's much more granular like this game is compared to EU4. Oh, and we've got a Filipino civil war going on over here. Philippine Republic attackers. We're calling it the Balintawak Blitz, apparently, and we've got the Second Philippine Republic against AFRSR and the Free Philippine Republic. So, very cool. I'm curious how this works. I imagine there's lots of straits over here to help people walk around and all that. I also heavily assume that they added a ton of little tiles because this seems very high resolution map compared to vanilla. We've got a civil war going on with social nationalism fighting against these other dudes. Oh my gosh, we got a lot of stuff going on. Fascism going on over here. Trujillo. And yeah, so the Dominican Republic is up in arms. And then some more warlords over here. The Kamchatka. Shout out Kamchatka. Very cool. Oh, and Buradia back at it again with the white vans attacking this cheetah person. The Siberian Black Army with a pretty cool flag, I gotta say, fighting Tomsk over here, which is sort of up in the north. I don't really know. It's all just Siberian lands, I think. But yeah, lots of wars going on with the warlords. Hopefully we'll get like a power block that will form out of here. That would be really cool. Because right now, the only factions that we're really seeing is the Organization of Free Nations, which is basically North America. And of course down here and a couple of places in Antarctica. The Germans and their Einheitspacht. I don't know how to pronounce that. And then the Greater East Asian Co-Prosperity Sphere over here. A couple more popping off over here. Also, when I see Magadan, I just think about the that Defense of Moscow song that Sabaton covered a couple of years ago. Very good song. Highly recommended if you haven't heard it. Because let's be honest, basically anybody who plays Hearts of Iron appreciates Sabaton, at least to a certain extent. Also, I'm sure that there's some lore for this giant lake in the middle of the Congo. I'm thinking it is like an artificial lake that has something to do with the dam project. But yeah, please let me know in the comments if you know anything about this. We've even got war going on in Madagascar. Nobody is safe. Lads, I regret to inform you, or maybe I'm happy to inform you, I'm not sure, that we have a civil war going on over here with Germany. We've got Speer's Germany and Heydrich's Germany, with Speer's Germany having a much larger amount of people, that's for sure. Oh, Göring is also running a rebellion as well, and Bormann. Okay, so we've got quite a lot going on. I assume that Hitler died. That's what I assume happened. Yeah, so I think that basically everyone is attacking each other. Oh, this is going to be so chaotic. Oh my gosh, yeah, it's kicking off. So South Africa is having a civil war as well. I assume this is like Afrikaner, the Dutch, the Boers kind of deal. And whatever's going on over here, I actually don't know. Goodness gracious, what's going on over here? There's so many wars, bro. Oh my gosh, yeah, look at this, bro. This is wild. This is actually wild. Oh, by the way, civil war going on between the United Kingdom and Free Britain, the partisan movement. That is a cool little pipe there. I appreciate that. They did such a good job, like oldifying these people. Like Göring genuinely looks like an old Göring here. I'm not sure how old Martin Bormann was in World War II. I want to say he was like in his 30s, but yeah, I mean, this would make sense about 30 years later, so about 60 or so. Albert Speer, I think he was like the architect, or like the chief architect of the NSDAP, and yeah, he looks pretty dang old. Checks out. As far as the wars go, they're doing pretty good. It looks like Speer may actually come out on top here with losses about, 150% higher for these guys, especially Bormann's. Looks like a couple of these guys are about to capitulate, so it'll be 1v1, and I think they'll definitely win. Oh my gosh, yeah. So the losses are piling on incredibly fast. This is pretty nutty. Gotta say, don't love the art style. I know what they're going for with this. This does not appeal to me. This is just like makes my eyes want to bleed. But yeah, 1v1. It looks like Bormann's Germany is quite a bit bigger as far as industrial wise goes, but I don't know. Seems pretty even across the front. Oh, by the way, we've got a Ukrainian civil war between the Germans and the Soviet Ukrainians. Greece has been invaded by Italy, so there you go. There is a lot to freaking keep track of. A lot. All right, it looks like Speer is starting to get pushed back. Bormann might come out on top over here in Germania. And it looks like the German Ukrainians are being pushed out as well. Oh yeah, I definitely think that Speer loses. Definitely. They have collapsed and they are being pushed in. So rip Speer's Germany. There they go. Bormann's Germany here. So I think we'll have to figure out. They don't have Berlin or Germania. They're calling it now the Greater Germany. But yeah, I don't know how this works with their with all their factions and all that stuff. Oh, right, yeah. So there they go. They just reformed Greater Germany. That makes sense. That totally makes sense. So now there's only like 15 wars going on instead of, 4 just in Germany. Meanwhile, aside from Siberia and, the Free Philippine Republic, it's very quiet over here in the east. Africa has a couple of things going on over here, but it's not too bad. And of course, the New World, quote unquote, is definitely quiet still. So it looks like this dude came out on top over in the UK. So him and Bormann are BFFs. Still lots of fighting going on over here. Not really sure what the end goal is, but yeah, like 100,000 men have just perished fighting over, this area, Baltic area. And of course, the Thunderdome that is the Russian region and Siberia actually getting quite a bit of consolidation with the divine mandate of Siberia. Looking pretty juicy. Christian socialism. That is definitely something. Alexander Men over here. Faith in the Holy Father. Based. Hey, yo, wait a minute. We got Himmler over here in the Burgundian system. That is, all right, cool. Or, I mean, not cool, but interesting rather would probably be a better word. And the UK and Ireland couldn't decide on who got Northern Ireland, so it's just independent apparently. Oh, just kidding. It's a 4-county special zone of the Republic of Ireland apparently. What a name, bro. Wolf Heinrich Graf von Heldorf. That is a mouthful if I've ever heard one. Ooh, and it looks like the Italian states over in the Horn have broken free, and we've got a couple of wars going on with Ethiopia fighting the Oromo Liberation Front, and Eritrea fighting everyone, including the Regno d'Italia. Very interesting. The Republic of South Africa going at it, fighting against all of the Germans down in Africa. I'll be damned if it doesn't look like they're winning. They've inflicted 1 million casualties on the Germans, which is kind of an unfathomably large number when you consider, this. Goodness gracious. Well, it looks like Italy is taking it all back over in the Horn anyways, but yeah, South Africa continues to push north, and it looks like we'll probably see them pretty dominant, in the south of Africa. Uh-oh, a little bit of chaos going on the subcontinent. We've got the Dominion of Pakistan and Azad Hind government fighting against the Republic of India, giving them the squeeze. And yeah, it doesn't look like India's doing too hot. Lots of men dying. Lots and lots of men dying. And there you go. The Africa Oriental Italiana established again, just like it was like 4 years ago. And it does look like stuff over in the Baltic is finally wrapping up with the Ostland Reichskommissariat setting up shop over here. We're getting a peace deal like every month. It's pretty nuts. Hey, yo, the Ulster Volunteer Army over here, led by Ian Paisley, is independent. Shout out them Ulster Scots. Cool bit of American history. If you don't know, there's a lot of Ulster Scots in America. I think for the most part, the majority of them live kind of in the Appalachia area. But yeah, cool little tidbit. Rest in peace, India. And everybody welcome India, the Republic of Hindustan. Oh, okay. So the Soviets won the Ukrainian Civil War, and the Germans did not take kindly to that, so they are invading. Yeah, I don't think they stand a chance. Yeah, they do not stand a chance. It is over for them. And yeah, a puppet reinstalled just like it was before. And after all of this, we're only at 68% world tension, which is nuts. Oh, and we've got an Indonesian civil war that kicked off. So that's pretty messy. Oh, hello. We've got a Western insurrection here going on over in China. Lots of landed manpower. Okay. So, we've got Long Yun over here, the stratocracy, rising up against the Wang Jingwei thought despotism. Very cool. It's just nuts, the sheer granularity of this mod. Like the amount of small little civil wars that pop off constantly really just shows how much effort has gone into this mod. So that's pretty nuts. We've got the Central African Republic led by William Westmoreland. So there you go. That's a thing. The US is now under George Wallace over here, and they've got not a whole lot of conservatism. It's mostly liberal, progressive, and paternalism, apparently 32% of the population. So there you go. But they do have Coca-Cola. So they're thriving. Oh, and Ireland is united under a Jack Lynch. So there you go. And China put down their rebellion pretty quickly, as did Indonesia. But with world tension as low as it is, I feel like we haven't seen the large global conflict you probably are expecting. I'll be honest, I don't know how this mod goes out. I'm completely winging it right now. So we'll see. We've got a civilian dictatorship rising up over here in France, as well as the French resistance, les résistants. And yeah, so I think we're going to see France maybe be breaking free from the Germans and their sphere of influence. Looks like they already have. That's pretty cool. Uh-oh, Stinky. Looks like Himmler put on some weight and is getting overthrown. We'll see. We'll see. They've got a lot more men in the field. Well, it does look like the Russian principalities are starting to sort things out with the Kingdom of Siberia over here and surrounding the Urals all the way over towards Moscow. Not quite, but the Russian Republic And the Socialist Republic of Kazakhstan has overthrown the Kazakh Soviet Socialist Republic, because there's a big difference there, I'm sure. And oh my goodness, I have no idea what happened to the Central African Republic, but it is just poof. North America and South America still very boring, though we did have a Catholic Republic of New Granada rise up and crush the Colombians. Oh, hello there. So the Dutch Reichskommissariat, as well as like most of Himmler's stuff, was taken, and now this guy over here is in the Frankreich. So that's a thing. Also, I'm pretty sure that the French Civil War here is literally the Spanish Civil War, like uses the same mechanics from vanilla, almost positive. My friends, the Russian Civil War is upon us, the Russo-Siberian War, and it does look like the Siberians are winning. They are laying waste to the Russians, and so it looks like we actually may see a unified Russia in TNO. I'm not sure if that's like scripted, but big if true, considering how absolutely disgusting all these lands were before when the game started. And apparently having a strong wireman in charge of Iran over here will not save them from the inevitable civil wars that every single nation in this mod has experienced, and Iran looks to fall to civil war as well. Hey, yo, just kidding. It looks like Iran is actually steamrolling these boys. I don't know what happened, but yeah, it's not even really close. They're just dominating. All right, Farah, girl power. We're into the 1972, and Sudan has broken free from Egypt. They are fighting amongst themselves. Looks like they actually are wrapping up part of their civil war over here, at least. Iran has finished theirs, though Iraq embroiled in their own. Meanwhile, up in the north, it does look like the Kingdom of Siberia is going to push across the Urals and into the Rusland, and we're probably going to see a unified Russia, which is pretty dang cool. And there we have it, Kingdom of Rus. So a bit smaller than in our timeline. You know, obviously Manchuria is not part of Russia, Mongolia, all of the Kazakh lands, and, you know, Muscovine, which is a German puppet state. But overall, looking pretty good. I see you, Finland, with Karelia. I see you. Hey, yo, we got a lady queen over here as well. From the chaos and confusion of the Russian warlord era arises Rogneda, the wolf queen of Rus. Absolute legend. And when we tag over to Russia, it says, and so dusk approaches the new order. I'm not sure if this is actually it or not. I mean, I'm not going to be ungrateful, but okay, yeah, I think that maybe I was ready to jump the gun there. I'm pretty sure they just annexed their Baltic Reichskommissariat. I could be wrong. If they have a border with Russia, I definitely foresee them taking them over. They were just working on a focus, something involving autumn and winter coming. I don't know what that means exactly in this context, but I would like for it to mean some conflict. That's kind of my major gripe with stuff like Hearts of Iron 4 mods, because these are so well made and so cool, but they're also like incredibly scripted and narrative driven versus like sandboxy, right? I know this one specifically is not sandboxy, and that's like they claim they're not. It'd be cool if there was a little more sandbox, like just a little bit, but I understand that that's a personal taste thing, so I won't knock the mod for it because it's a very well made mod. But yeah, we've gone 12 years, and I think that that's enough to say that I've gotten a good taste of what this mod has to offer. Europe is surprisingly very similar, minus the French resistance going on over there. Borders look mostly the same, I think. Obviously, there's a couple of changes of government. The major one is the Kingdom of Rus, forming out of the very disunited rump states over here. Also pretty cool to see Siberian Kingdom push to form the Rus. I like that a lot. China, Japan, all those boys, very stable. Hindustan, that was a cool little upset. The Republic of South Africa dominating the entirety of the Congo and stuff just for it to collapse is also kind of funny. And America just chilling, being chilling. Looks like India, as well as these guys down here, ended up deciding to join the Greater East Asian Co-Prosperity Sphere, as did Iran and Pakistan. So we do have some border friction, as well as the United Arab States with these two boys, and then the Pan-African Liberation Front. But yeah, aside from that, not really a whole lot of changes. TNO, very cool mod. I've got some more Hearts of Iron 4 stuff planned for the future. If that appeals to you, make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel for more. If you made it all the way to the end, I really do appreciate you. I hope you have a fantastic day, and I'll see you in the next one.